that, we got disrupted. What would Mercury retrograde be without a little video disruption? It's expected. I'm just going with the flow, guys. Anyways, for whatever reason, we needed a part 2. Maybe that video was just too long anyways, to be honest. So, as I drink my green tea matcha, which is awesome. Everything is going down the wrong pipe today. This is the second time on my life. Well, hot dog. All right. So sorry. Thank you for being patient. We're going to get into the rest of this reading. I left off on red flags. I left off where it was like the Queen of Swords was well aware of the red flags, but didn't listen. So if you're just coming into this video, please go back and watch part 1. I know it's long, it's a little bit lengthy, but maybe if you're driving or working out, it's a good listen. Okay? But if not, if you want to watch this one, that's okay. I don't care. Anyways, this Queen of Swords definitely had signs and signals that this is not right. This person, you know, is not right for you. We're not equally yoked, or we don't have the same point of views or wants and desires. But the Queen of Swords had a plan in the relationship to push it through anyways. You know, it's like, well, I know that it's still going to work out. I'm going to keep pushing at this. I'm going to keep depositing time and energy and years, and eventually it's going to be what I want. But the whole lesson is it's not what she wants. She ends up brokenhearted in the end. Okay, the short end of the stick here. But like I said earlier, red flags, Page of Wands. She heard rumors, or heard it straight from the horse's mouth, or heard it from exes, that this person has a history. Whatever this is. She's now feeling hopeless. The Queen of Swords, could be a he, doesn't matter, but she's 4 cups, hopeless. What am I going to do now? The Towers come down and destroyed a relationship. A lot of this has to do with children. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. If it's not about babies, and I feel like it really is, but if it's not, it could be just something that this Queen of Swords really wanted in their lives with this person. And after all the time and energy, it didn't happen. It was just, it feels like a waste. And the moral of this entire little story series is, why do you keep wasting your time? Don't deposit another year. We talked about the peach tree and how some years there's no fruit, or some years there's very little. But you can't sit there and watch the peach tree after it's already harvest season and stare at it and think, well, maybe now. Maybe now. And then leaves start to drop. Maybe now. No, it's not now. You're going to have to go somewhere else or wait till next season. But this person is looking around kind of like, maybe now I could fix things. Maybe I could deposit more time. Maybe we could get a therapist, a counselor. Maybe I could change the way I feel and change what I want, and we could make this work. Maybe, no, there's no talking about this anymore. 6 of Swords, resolution. Okay, there's no more discussing, oh, maybe. There is no more maybe. It's over. This person has moved on. King of Swords, your spouse, partner, has left the scene. The scene of the crime is done. We have, this person has fled the scene. They are already talking with somebody else. They've already moved on. And I know it breaks your heart, but it is what it is. It's pay attention to those red flags. Let's get some more cards on the situation. What does this Queen of Swords need to know? Spirit, guide and direct me for the Queen of Swords. Poor lady. Again, don't act like you didn't see the red flags, because you did. And like I was saying before we got interrupted, don't blame the King of Swords for disappointing you. Blame yourself for not listening to your intuition or the red flags when it was all happening, and it would have saved you those years. Soul cleanse. I'm trying to purify. Wait, I've been purifying my mind and soul. So the Queen of Swords needs to know that this King of Swords is trying to be a better person. Body, mind, and soul. This person is trying to work on themselves. They have so much on their mind and so much going on inside of them, they don't know what to do. They're heavily contemplating. Also, I am sorry for turning my back on you the times you needed me the most. Betrayal. This person is sorry. And like I said, the signs about a divine partner is a heart. Just because the situation wasn't meant to happen for the both of them, it doesn't mean it was pointless. There was something to gain from this. And I know right now it feels like a big L. It feels like just a big loss. Okay? But actually, it's a big lesson. This Queen of Swords learned what she doesn't want. This Queen of Swords finally learned, I need to stand up for myself. I need to be clear and honest about my desires because they matter. I matter. I'm important. My desires are important. Also, there's somebody else out there better suited for me. This person is not suited for me. I was depositing time and energy into something because I didn't love myself enough to value myself. That is the lesson this Queen of Swords learned. So she's not walking away with the hugest, biggest loss. Sorry, hugest is not a word. I just made it up, but it was quite fun saying. Hugest. I feel like Matthew. It's the hugest, Mom. What I meant to say is this is not the biggest loss. I can't talk today. Thank you, Mercury. Not the biggest loss. Apparently I have to talk really slow to say anything correctly. Dear God, this retrograde is just not fun for me. Anyways. Lesson learned. Let's move on. Let's move on here. Spirit, tell me... Oh, okay. I got the card. It fell on my lap. Broken heart. So this is lesson. Ironic that that just fell. I was grabbing this entire deck of cards and that one fell as it got caught in my charger. For whatever reason. Everything happens for a reason. So when you get the broken heart card, this is about grief and loss. Ironically, my thumbnail yesterday in my video about the other person had a picture of a heart with a tear, just like this. So if you're watching this video, there may definitely be a message in that other video for you about this situation, like an additional message. If you want to watch it, you can. It's got a guy and a girl kissing, and there's red letters everywhere, and there's a heart with a tear. So that might be a message for you. But anyways, this person, the card shows a broken heart is open, revealing darkness, emptiness, and grief. There's a grief-filled tear. The hurt may be from long ago, or it may be from the pain of a more, I can't talk again. It may be from the pain of a more recent event. Either way, a deep healing is called for. It's time for the Queen of Swords to vent her feelings and release this person or situation that she's been involved with. And she could be a he. She needs to affirm that she is reclaiming her power and peace of mind. She needs to open her heart to the light of divine healing and love. She needs to have compassion for herself in this very difficult process, which means she needs to forgive herself. Did she listen to the red flags? No. Did she make a choice to stay in a relationship that wasn't best serving her? Yeah, that was her choice. But again, she has to have compassion because she learned something from it. Right now, the Queen of Swords needs to make self-care a priority as she lets go of old experiences. She can now open her heart to the true and abiding love that she so rightly deserves. And I believe that. I do. I believe she deserves abundant love. And what she needs to know is she needs to go through a soul cleanse also. I feel like this person could be my friend. I feel like I've been this person. She was blind. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. What you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find. Love is blind. Love is so blind. It so is, because you just don't care. Love takes away so many rules, boundaries, limitations. Love makes you think you could fly. People would cross oceans filled with sharks the whole way there just to get to their lover. They would sacrifice themselves for their lover. They would take revenge out for their lover. They would do anything for their lover. They would do whatever they ask. When you love someone, it's always as you wish, which happens to be the self-sacrifice. Now, that is a beautiful thing when both people are sacrificing. God, that's fucking beautiful. It's epic. That love is just, yes. Both people sacrificing and saying as you wish to one another, bomb. But when it's just one person, selfish. And don't feel alone here. Pretty much everyone has been in that situation. Pretty much most of you guys have been there once or twice. Maybe you're on the other team at one time and then you're on the other team another time. I don't know. But this is the story of a tale of two lovers where one person gave all and the other person gave very little. This is also the tale of a love story in which somebody was not honest with what they really wanted. Maybe not intentionally. Maybe they weren't even honest with themselves. I'll give them that. But somebody was not honest with what they really wanted in life when they got involved into this love connection. So this tower that is a breakup is the ending of a very shitty, rocky foundation. It's a blessing in disguise, not a curse. Sometimes we think the destruction in our lives is out to harm us. The car being stolen, the fucking house being foreclosed, a breakup, having to move. It's the worst thing in the fucking world. Sometimes it's the best. You know, I feel like I want to cry because I just realized I had a very tearful moment when I had a breakup with a boyfriend that I had been with for a couple years. I was really into him, guys. I love Matthew so much. That's why I just want to tear up. I'm sorry. I think I need a moment. Like, whew. Hello. I know. I'm an emotional fucking Cancer. Just bear with me. I cry all the time. Anyways, I sacrificed so much, guys, in this relationship. He was sexy, okay? He was fucking alpha. Oh, shit. Let me just tell you. He was 6'2", 230 pounds, muscle. Oh my God, the legs just, yeah. Not to mention he was quite happy in other departments. And I mean, ladies, like I can't even, the length of this, no. It's just happy moments. And okay, it was nice. It was nice all the way around. I was pleased. Okay? Okay. So not only was he physically attractive, he had the alpha mentality. And I love that about him because I'm a strong alpha female. And I'm independent. I'm smart. I'm a go-getter. I'm driven. I'm tough. I don't know. I'm intimidating for a lot of people. And I'm pretty smart, I happen to think. I know, it's cocky, but I'm a Sag. I'm a little cocky. Anyways, I meet this person and he's fucking smart. Like, he is intelligent. He has a very high IQ. I can have actual conversations with this fucker. And he looks good. Ooh, Lord Jesus. And he's well endowed and blessed. Like, okay. Can we keep going? Yes. He had a good family. Both parents involved. I thought I struck gold. Honestly, I didn't know what to do with myself. He was everything I thought I would want in a man. Everything I thought I didn't even know I wanted in a man, because I had dealt with men that were so beta. I had dealt with men that couldn't keep a job, couldn't provide, couldn't protect. I had dealt with men that needed healing. Now, this man did need healing, but not in the same way. He could take care of himself and me, you know, and he provided and protected. It was great. He was a hard worker. He was good to the kids, all the above. Anyways, I thought I had it all, okay? But there was one thing, because there's always a catch. You can't have it all. Who the fuck gets it all? Not me. I don't know. Maybe you. I don't know. Anyways, he said he had a vasectomy. Right after his divorce, or actually right before his divorce. I happen to think that's part of the reason they got divorced. He didn't ask her permission. He just did it. He had 2 kids and just did it. She was probably butthurt. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that story. But he lied to me. He lied to me when we got together and said we could have a kid. Because I told him, you know, as we were dating, these fucking guys like to snatch girls up in their prime. I was 29 years old, successful already. And I'm like, this fucking guy wanted to snatch me up. And I told him when I met him, I had been through whatever relationship and I wanted more kids. And I wanted to date someone, and I wanted to get married, and I wanted to have a family. I wanted to create a family with someone. And that's what I was looking for. I could have had my choice. I was 29, beautiful, and successful. I had a choice. I didn't have to pick him. Believe me, there was plenty. But he had a lot of good qualities, okay? So I was really wanting to pick him. So anyways, we start dating. He says that he would definitely see marriage in the future. He definitely would see another child, maybe 2, in the future. He talked about that. He was a fucking liar. Anyways, I agreed to go on a date, because at first we just started talking and exchanging information. You guys know how it is when you're getting to know someone. It's like, okay, hi, what's my name, blah, blah, blah. What do you want in life? What do you see in life? We had that whole conversation. And once I thought we were clicking and we were like aligned and our lives seemed to mesh well, I agreed to go on a date. And then it clicked. And of course, you know, romance happens. Not the first date, but, you know, we had feelings. And I started to see him consistently. It wasn't until 6 months later, and I know you guys are going to be like, you moved in too quick. But about 5 to 6 months later, we moved in together. I had an apartment and everything. He would come see me. He would stay the night. We were seeing each other consistently. And we wanted to, well, we planned a marriage, but my lease was coming up. I was getting ready to move. He also needed to move from where he was staying. So at this particular juncture in our life, as we were dating and considering going further, we said, hey, we both need a place. Wouldn't it be smart if we just got a place together? We plan on a future anyways. Let's just move in together. I'll save half my money. You'll save half your money. It's good. It's good for my kids. It's, the kids already knew him and loved him, So we move in. And I remember the fucking moment. I don't mean to spill the beans for everybody, but I'm gonna fucking tell you. So we move into our house and we're christening the house, okay? Every fucking room. Like, let's christen the whole fucking house. So we're like christening the house. And as we're in there, and then we had this intimate moment where we were talking. And I was like, I hope, because we didn't use protection at that moment. I hope, no surprises happen right after this night. And he was like, oh, there's not going to be any surprises. I was like, what do you mean, no surprises? And he's like, well, I had a vasectomy 2 years ago. Motherfucker. This motherfucker. That's how I felt. I was so mad. I didn't want to have a fight about it, but you get put in the position where you're like, you know my kids, you know my family. We've been dating. We moved in together. We're taking it to the next level. I know your parents. We all love each other. We're this fucking I love you family. And you drop a bomb on me? Just after I tell the kids that we're moving in and I should have just fucking called it quits, but because the ball was rolling very much, I didn't stop it. And I was just like heartbroken when I found that out. And I was like, fuck you for a moment, because I'm like, I have to decide if I want to be with you now, because if I do decide I want to be with you, I'm saying no to children. That's a big fucking sacrifice. I only have so many years. At this point, I was going to be turning 30 in a few months. And I was like, this is prime time. This is go and get it or don't, for me. And I was just like, my kids were 7 and 8. I was like, now is the time to start planning for kids for sure if I wanted to have another set of children. And now it's a fucking no. I was pissed. Not angry at him, but just pissed at the whole situation. But because love is blind, love is blind, I went ahead and said, you know what? I love this man. He's kind. He's handsome. He's romantic. He's good to my kids. He's got a really good family. I love his mom and dad. My family likes him. My kids love him. You know what? Sometimes plans don't always work out the way you want. Maybe God, maybe the universe, at the time, this is what I thought, is showing me that my path is different. And I'm just going to have the two. And I'm going to be all right. Now, for me, that was a big no-no because I'm a Cancer, a tropical. Kids are my fucking life. I love kids. If I could have had 5 or 6 kids, I would have. Would have had fucking 5 or 6. I still would have another kid at this time. If I was with the right person, I would. I would say, yeah, let's have another baby. I would say yes, but for whatever reasons, I'm not in that situation. But then I was just like, I'm going to go ahead and give up having kids. And I was really sad. And I remember having a day where I cried and I was like, God, is this it? I'm not going to have any more kids. This is it, And I know it's kind of sappy, but you imagine your future kids, what they would have looked like. And all the kids you're saying no to. And so these little souls. And so I just was picturing these little faces that I would never see. And I was just like, "Ugh, this is the hardest fucking sacrifice, you know?" And I did it because I loved him. I know it sounds stupid to you guys, but for me, it was a big fucking deal. And it was really heartbreaking for me. So I had a day where I had to sit back and just cry and be like, I can't have any more kids. This is it. I'm going to be with this person. I'm saying no to that. And that's a huge sacrifice. And so anyways, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going off on this tangent talking about my own fucking situation. But I'm just saying I understand the heartbreak of saying no to something that somebody really wants, especially when it comes to kids. And anyways, I was talking about this tower. Sorry, I got distracted. But I was talking about this tower. That was a tower moment for me. And I was really upset, and I felt like had he told me in the beginning that he had a vasectomy, I wouldn't have gone on a date with him. I would have never continued even talking to him. And I think that fucker knew it. I think he knew that there was no chance with Stephanie if she knows I can't have kids. Well, that's your problem, fucker. I didn't snip your shit. But because it already got as far as it did, I stayed. I didn't stay because I was settling. I stayed because I felt I loved him. And I loved him more than children. Now, this was a karmic lesson for me. Here's why. This is why the tower you think comes to destroy and wreck your life and trash everything that you work so hard for. Here's the fucking lessons and the blessing in disguise. I learned for the first time in a relationship that a husband and a wife have a special bond. That a man and a woman, or just, if you're gay or lesbian, I don't care. You can fit it how you fit it. But two people have a special bond. And your children are the world to you, but they grow up and they have their own lives. And if you sink your life into your kids, what kind of a life are you going to have? This was a lesson I hadn't learned. Because even in my two kids' relationship with their father, I put them first, and they were everything. And the marriage in that situation was secondary to the children, which, is how it should be with a woman, but not necessarily. There was a lesson about marriage that I didn't know. Now, remember how I told you guys about Rahu and Ketu with karmics? Past life, this life, debt and payment. Well, that's what this was all about for me. 1st and 7th house for me. And I had to learn that, a relationship between two people has a value aside from children. And that me as an individual matter. I wasn't just mom, and I wasn't just wifey. I was Stephanie. Who is that? And that was a lesson to learn. That's the fucking tower. It comes down to wreck your life for a good reason so you can learn something about yourself. And excuse me for emotions. It's the full moon season. I'm fucked as far as energy goes. But anyways, thank God I learned that lesson from him. I'm so grateful. Oh, God, I'm grateful. I really got to dive into myself and know that I liked certain things I never knew I liked. I got to do things for myself I never got to do before. He helped me explore myself on a career base to expand. And I saw myself grow career-wise with this man. I saw myself grow as an individual to go out and do things with my partner alone without kids and have romance that wasn't just family based. And I felt really good. Wild Winds Fire is growing. Oh shit, not another fire. Markers. Fuck. We've already had 3 this year. Here comes another one. Thanks for telling me. Damn it to hell. Anyways, the point is here with the Tower, guys, it's going to teach you something very good. And it's going to take something away from you. The Tower is Ketu. The Tower is Ketu, the South Node. He comes to take out and destroy. He's making you pay a debt. He's making you learn a lesson from your past mistakes. Rahu comes in as the star, the North Node. He comes in to give you blessings and gains. Ketu is debt. Rahu is gains. Little lesson in astrology there. Little tip. So as you get something taken away, you will gain. And so I gained that. I gained that from the loss. And I was okay. And after a couple years, I dealt with the loss that I wasn't going to have any more kids. And that was a sacrifice I knowingly chose to make once I learned that information. But when I found out that he was a liar and a cheater on top of his bullshit, he hadn't been a really bad cheater, guys. Our relationship kind of fell off like a year after we got together, and it just, we weren't clicking because of his ex. He had some healing to do. Anyways, we stayed together anyways, and kind of, he was learning lessons too. As I was learning and growing, he had a purpose. Stick around so she can learn and grow. He had a purpose to learn and grow from me. Whatever, to see what else was out there, because he has trash. Anyways, we broke up, and I was devastated. I found out very later on that I already knew I wasn't going to tolerate cheating because I had already dealt with that with my kid's father. Wasn't going to tolerate cheating, not at all. And if I ever found out there was cheating, I said to myself, that's it, I'm cutting it off. I will not tolerate it, and I didn't. So when I found out he was cheating, I went on his tablets, long story short, and I discovered porn downloads, and I discovered through a login through his Facebook at the time that he had been DMing other women. And these other women were DMing him back. It wasn't just one girl. It was, a few girls. And they were exchanging nudes or partial nude pictures. He was showing himself, his well-endowed gift, to these women, and they were exchanging images of their breasts or their ass hole, etc. So as soon as I found that out that morning, I called him at his job, and I said, what do you, well, I think I just, he said, is everything okay? What's going on? Because I never bothered him at work. And I said, I know what you've been doing. And he was like, what? And I'm like, you're a fucking liar. You're a cheater. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I was totally a vengeful bitch, but I logged into his Facebook, and I posted a post as he was posting it, like as himself. And I wanted all the girls and everyone who follows him to see, I am a cheater. I am a liar. I've been talking to multiple women while being with my girlfriend and leading her on. I am a piece of shit. I am not to be trusted. If you think there's just one, you're wrong. There's many of you. None of you mean anything to me. I've just been using you for fun. Anyways, I posted something like that on his Facebook. I was angry. Yes, his mom messaged me. She was upset. She was like, that's my son. What are you doing? What's going on? I'm like, you need to talk to your son. He's cheating. And she just babied him. She didn't care. She's like, oh, he's a man, whatever. We didn't get along very much at that point. And his father just didn't have words. They both loved me, but of course they're going to stick up for their son. So he was kind of cowardish, considering he's an alpha. I was surprised. He just said, well, he got really quiet, actually, when I told him everything that I found. And I told him while he was at work, and I said, you know what? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Move. I paid for a majority of the house. He only gave me about 30% of our bills. So I felt like I am due more this place than you. Also, my name was on the house, not his. And I was like, I'm not moving. I've got 2 kids. You've got none living here. So I'm not moving. And so I was like, I want you to get the fuck out. It's over. Do you know that man left work? He called off work, left, came home, grabbed all his shit, called his dad with a truck. He had a truck too. Loaded all his shit that day. No fight. No fight at all in him to fight for me. No fight. Just, I'm getting out. That's what you said you wanted. I'm fucking gone. I think he was a pussy bitch, and I think he didn't want to face me with all the facts that I had on him personally. Little puss. He didn't want to deal with the lies because he's not very good at communication. So anyways, I was like, fine, go without a fight. I was hurt because he left without a fight. He didn't beg for me. He didn't cry. He didn't plead. I wasn't used to that. I was used to, because my oldest kid's father, I was used to, if you get caught cheating, what do? You beg. You cry, you plead, you say, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, I love you, please don't end this. I'll call these girls, I'll tell them it's over, I'll erase my Facebook. I'll, tell the world that I love you and you're mine and this and that, or we'll get married, or, I was used to that kind of begging, but he didn't have a fucking ounce of begging, and I was like, this motherfucker. I was more angry at the fact that he wasted my time, didn't appreciate the fact that I sacrificed not having more children and wasting years to be with this fucker. So I was really angry. I was like, this son of a bitch. I fucking sacrificed something so important to me. And you just fucking threw me around like a fucking gamble? All the while just fucking around for shits and giggles? I felt really enraged at how undervalued I was in the relationship. But blessings in disguise. I didn't think at that time that the lessons I was learning was self-love and self-care, self-respect, learning that I'm not going to tolerate that shit. I'm not going to put up with being cheated on anymore. I'm stronger now. I'm not going to be lied to or disrespected. I have more value. I was actually not realizing I'm proud of myself because I stood my ground. I said what I wouldn't tolerate. I cut that shit the fuck out, and it was gone. That was a moment of triumph for me, to not stay in karmic cycles with cheating and lying. And I realized him as a karmic, that's what he taught me. That was his purpose. That's why he came into my chart at that time in my life, was to teach me that. And to teach me to be self-empowered, love myself, value marriage and relationships, that is a very special partnership. Children are special, but so is a partnership that's long-lasting, and that's important. Anyways, Tower, Queen of Swords moment. Anyways, why I was crying over Maddie. As I thought in the past that I had sacrificed children forever, look at the beautiful blessing I have. I thought at 29, 30, and 31 years old, I wasn't going to have any more kids. And then there I am at 31, having Maddie. So, well, I think 32. Anyways, whatever. Having Maddie was beautiful. And I'm not going to go into a long story about how that all happened, but again, divine timing, divine lessons, divine everything. And here I am thinking it was the end, but it wasn't. And I am so blessed beyond words for Matthew. He is my treasure. He is everything to me. He is precious. He's growing up way too fast, and I hate that. He's just my most little treasured little value, because there was a time where I thought there would be no more, and then here he is. So he's very, very special. Very special. And again, that's divine timing. And when that happened, when Matthew happened, believe me, his dad was shocked. By the way, I was on birth control. I was on the pill, but it didn't work. I did not time it right. I think I was sporadic with my pills. I had never taken birth control pills before. I didn't know it was super important to have them at the same time every day. I mean, yeah, the doctor said that, but in theory, I thought as long as I'm taking it every day, what's the big deal? But I guess it matters. And I found out later that birth control pills can actually help you get pregnant faster. So if people are having problems getting pregnant, they put them on the pill so they can regulate their cycle and make it more timely so they can get pregnant faster. I didn't know that, so whatever. So I was super fertile, whatever, and it happened. And he was super fertile, and it took like no time for us to have a baby. But again, that was the timing of everything. TQ. So my point is, I don't know who I'm speaking to, who can relate, who's gone through this, who's going through a nightmare of a breakup. If you think you can't have any more kids, you probably can. Later with somebody else. Maybe very soon. But any more time and energy wasted onto this person is a waste. So I just want you to know that whatever's going on in this particular relationship, it's for a reason. And it's okay to be brokenhearted. And it's okay to let it go. And if you are betrayed, just like I explained in my story how that betrayal hurt me, there's something else. And there's lessons to be learned. And look at the lesson I learned. I'm important. Had I just got with another person and had a baby, I would have never learned that lesson. I would have went from one relationship, having kids and putting them first, and having family, to another relationship and having kids and putting them first and having this family situation. I never would have learned self-love, self-care the way I needed to. I never would have had value on that intimate one-on-one relationship with your partner and how important that is. I just wouldn't have learned it. I would have been so focused on motherhood. So that actually took me apart because I knew in that relationship, if we don't have a baby to build on, then I have to build on our straight relationship. That's actually a very difficult lesson. People that don't have kids really have to work on their relationship, and some of them have great relationships. But that just shows you people that don't have kids have the skills in a relationship that a lot of people don't, because they have to work daily on engaging your partner, on keeping them interested intimately, on engaging in deep conversation, on taking outings and things together, sharing interests, being, those are lessons people need to learn. And I have to say, as a young mom back then, we didn't really engage. It was all, what did you do for the kids? What are you bringing home for the kids? What are we going to do for the kids? We're a partner, we're a team to raise these kids. In the midst of all that was love and sex, but it was mostly we're a team for the kids. But when you get in a relationship without kids, it's like you and me are one-on-one. We need to really love each other. It's not about kids. So anyways, lessons learned, but this may be the tower moment for someone. It's like, it's not about kids. It's about relationship. And what somebody has learned is this relationship is not working out. So I'm sorry to say, but the red flags are everywhere. You can play all day long like, I didn't know this person was this, I didn't know this person did that, but you did, I've also talked to women that have gotten a message from an ex about major cheating, and that woman will still choose to stay with that guy amongst what she heard. So when the universe says, I threw you a message, I threw you a bone, you got your signal, you got your red flag, You're learning to trust your intuition now, aren't you? Because this person did not trust their intuition before. They believed that they had the power and the control to manipulate a situation the way they wanted. But this Queen of Swords has learned, I can't do that. There are some things that I can't manipulate. And whatever I wanted to work out my way didn't work out my way. I thought I could convince this person to have kids, or I thought I could convince this person not to have kids, or I thought I could convince this person of A, B, and C, whatever it is. I can't. They're their own person. They get to do what they want to do. They live their own fucking life. I'm along for the ride. If I choose to sacrifice my wills and wants to be with them, then that's a choice. Someone is learning I made a choice in a lover that I probably shouldn't have made a choice with. But like I said, nothing's wasted. Just because it feels like time is wasted, years may have been lost. Youth may have been lost. Opportunities gone with these 2 pentacles in reverse. Opportunities are gone. That's a fact. But what can you take away from this? What is the good in this dark situation? Hello, you learned your lesson. Resolution, I know what I want, and I know what I don't want. At least I walk away knowing something I didn't know before. Anyways, that's something to be really happy about. So, let's get a message here. Oh my God, I have to pee like no one's business. Jeez Louise. It's almost been 2 hours that I've been on today, and I told myself I should just take off today. I told my kids I should take off and do things, but here I am, almost 2 hours later in a reading. And half of it's my fault because I've been telling stories. I'm so sorry. Spirit, guide and direct me a message for this Queen of Swords. Show me a message for the person who resonates as the Queen of Swords. Poor judgment, but lessons learned. Okay, I feel like there's 2 here at the bottom. 1, she needs to shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. Next, nature, communication. Okay. So there are signs everywhere. And both of these talk about eyes wide open. Eyes are wide open. And the Queen of Swords needs to know she will get over this. The card that comes out is all must have prizes, which is everybody can't win. Trying to please everyone. The Queen of Swords can't make fetch happen every fucking where. She can't make herself happy, this other guy happy, this other girl happy, their kids happy, their friends happy, their parents happy. Like it just, when you're trying to people please, it makes no one happy, especially yourself. Number 13 is the sign of death. So it's a death and rebirth. And it's also, don't be a dodo bird. Don't be stupid. Don't be a dodo brain. At last, the dodo said, oops. At last, the dodo said, everybody has won, and all must have prizes. But who is to give the prizes? Quite a chorus of voices asked. Why, she, of course, said the dodo, pointing to Alice with one finger. And the whole party, all at once, crowded around her, calling out in a very confused way, prizes, prizes, prizes. While it seems like a lovely message, how wonderful for everyone to be happy and everyone to have won prizes. There's a hidden shadow to this card. For there is no winning if all have won. And there is no prize if all have acquired the same thing. In other words, there does not seem to have been a test of excellence here. Merely an exercise which seems to have tested people. But at the end of the day, they will all get the same reward. This card can come to some who are tasked with elevating and evaluating the work of others and are trying to choose who deserves a prize and who has a job well done. It can come to parents and teachers and judges. This card can also come to those who wish to please so many people and do not wish to fall out of favor with them. By the way, that's a very big Libra energy, as well as Aries. Just pointing it out. So is it a problem for Cancers? They try to people please. Just putting it out there. Even Tauruses can fall under that fate. Thus, they will proclaim that everyone has done very well and everyone gets prizes to avoid the discomfort of the true assessment. It is hard to have these talks, these decisions. It's hard to pick and choose. It's hard to decide. It's hard to judge someone. It's hard. And it's hard to make a choice and to know to whom the victory belongs. It's hard to see the truth. It's challenging and it's very discerning even. We often prefer to be like the dodo, trying to make sure everyone's happy. When this card comes, consider the choices you have before you. Is it best to reward everyone in the same way? Even if some have offered more than others? Is it better to reward those who have excelled either through effort or talent? Would you prefer just to give prizes to everyone just to make sure everyone's happy and doesn't have hurt feelings? These are your choices at the present, and it's up to you to decide which way is best. So for the Queen of Swords, it is taking that time to make a judgment. Does this person deserve the Queen of Swords' time any further? No. No, there's betrayal. There's Three of Swords and a broken heart. There's another lover. There's at least deception and broken dreams. It's time to move on. But if you want to people please, she could just say, okay, I forgive you. Go ahead, stick around, stay, do what you want. That's not right. How about also choosing between two lovers? One lover has stuck out the longest. They have waited patiently. They've done inner reflection. They've worked on themselves. They've changed themselves. They've become more fluent, more abundant. They've grown as a person. They've achieved a level of ascension, which is they're not looking for an outcome. They're happy to be friends and acquaintances or lovers. They're just open. They know what they want. They have goals, standards, and boundaries. I mean, that person's come a long way compared to another lover who hasn't done any work, who remains the same the way they were day one, and is very demanding. I want, I want, I want. Do you think Veruca Saltz and Charlie deserve the same prize? Obviously, the answer is no. They don't deserve the same prize. So if it's easy for you to judge slackers and karmics versus divines, why is it so hard in society to judge the same? If you show up at work every day on time or early, you bust your ass to be there. You sacrifice things to dedicate yourself to work. And you get a reward for excellence. You've been awarded for great work ethic, and you're noticed. And they give you a raise. You feel great about yourself, and all that hard work was worth it. But if you look to your friend and they didn't do shit, they show up late every day, they call in sick, they look like shit when they come to work, they have no effort, they've made no sacrifices to have that job, but the employer gives them a raise, an acknowledgement as well. Do you think you're going to try just as hard anymore? Why? What's the point? What is the fucking reward? This world has gotten pussy soft. Everybody wants prizes. I'm important. I'm important. I'm important. We're all important. We're all valuable. We're all queens. We're all kings. We're all loved. We're all perfect. We're all 10s. I'm a 10. You're a 10. You're a 10. No, bitch, we're not all 10s. And no, bitch, we're not all queens or kings. There is status and levels. There's effort and no effort. There's laziness and there is strife and efforts. Like, I don't even know the right word. Determination. And no, we all don't get the same titles. We all don't get the same motherfucking prizes. And to sit here with the handout, 5-5, 5-5 on the clock, to sit here with the handout and say, I want a prize, I want a prize, I want a prize, and nobody does the fucking work, fuck that. No, it's just not how it works. Even the universe knows with karma, that's not how it works. You get what you give. And the Queen of Swords is receiving some sort of karma, which is this relationship is over. Now, she can either look at it as a gift and a blessing in disguise or a curse. It depends on how she wants to look at it. She can be jealous. She can be upset. She can focus on envy, that there's somebody else that has caught the attention of her King of Swords. Or she can be jealous and upset that she's wasted her time and now somebody else has an opportunity that she didn't. Or she can see the blessing in disguise and say, I still have time. I don't want to invest in this. I'm not going to focus on the bad that happened with this person. I'm going to get over it. I'm going to have resolution. What's done was already done. It's the past. I want to, go to calmer waters. I want to fly off into the sunset. I want to call it a day. I want to call it done. It's a finished lesson. I'm done with the lesson. I don't want to relearn it. And I don't want to cry over spilled milk. It was a very harsh lesson, and it hurt me, and there was damage, but it's done. And I'm grateful for the tower to stop the toxicity that wasn't helping me grow or give me what I wanted. This relationship was not what it was cracked up to be. I want so much more. And I will go out and seek and have more. So, trying to keep everyone happy, treating everyone as equals, rewarding those who have not worked hard, playing nice and aiming to please, is an inability to choose who or what is best for you. Trying to be fair, but avoiding difficult decisions is not fair on yourself. Maintaining illusions to avoid disappointing others. I have a message for my last video, people. If you resonated with the karmic reading and the other person reading and you resonate with today's reading, this is about a man, most likely, could be a woman, that is choosing between two lovers, trying to choose both of them. And that's why my last video was torn between two lovers. And that is the dodo. Trying to make everyone fucking happy. Not trying to disappoint the two queens. Trying to give each queen something they want. No, in-fucking possible. It's going to be hard, but someone's got to choose the winner and the loser. Someone's got to choose the one who's given the effort and achieved that and the one who has not. You cannot please both parties. There is going to be a judgment with clear eyes on the right lover. And someone's going to walk away brokenhearted. Someone's going to walk away displeased. But it's that ultimate decision where it's a yes or a no on something specific. And that is the hardest thing to do for this fucking person. But they're going to have to fucking do it. There's no way that you can continue having your cake and eating it too, having the best of both worlds. That doesn't work. A choice must be made. Oh, and the choice is a death. It's a blessing in disguise. Oh, it's the death of a relationship. And it's supposed to be happy. There is a death on a Two of Cups promise, marriage, engagement situation that is actually just what you need. It's luck. It's the wheel of fortune. It's time. It's a blessing. 222. Somebody might be seeing 222. The number 8 may also be prominent. If 8 is a prominent number in your life, if that's your life path, if this is the day of your birthday, if this is a specific year you were born, maybe 1980, maybe 1988, it's a message for you that this fucking relationship is over. Done. This is your red flag. You need to see it as a blessing, not a curse. Queen of Swords, what do you need to know? It's time to move on. You'll always be friends, but it's time to move on. You can always be friends with this person, but this relationship was predictable. And it's predictable what's going to keep happening. You deserve a fresh start. Queen of Swords, you deserve to get out of this situation. Someone's been dishonest. If there is a relationship ending, mind the red flags. It's for a reason. And look at me, guys. I had a fucking terrible breakup. That's why I shared my story. I was upset. I cared about that man. I wanted to build a life with that man. I sacrificed not having children to be with that man. And do you think he came back, by the way? He did. He wanted to be back with me about 3 weeks after I already said I love you to the next person, Matthew's dad. He wanted to be back with me. We met up. I was returning some of his things that he left at the house. He was returning some of my things that he had packed up by accident. He saw me. He grabbed me. He hugged me. He lifted me up into his arms. And this man could hold me, all of me, okay? It was, yeah, he could hold all of me. So he grabbed me. He lifted me up. He was like, I miss you. I love you. I made a big fucking mistake. You know, I want to come back home. Talk about uncomfortable. He never texted me that. He never called me. He never came back, like, to the house. You know, days after the breakup, he never reached out. It was just silent. I mean, that relationship was dead. And now I had moved on and given my heart to another. And now he's sorry. He didn't even know about the other person. He had no idea I was seeing somebody else. But I told him. I said, to be honest, I said, I missed you too. But I started seeing someone else. And I think he felt like, wow, that was fast. And I'm thinking, wow, you didn't even give a fuck when you left. Didn't give a fuck. Did you think that I'm just some trashy person that doesn't have offers? I have fucking offers, dude. You don't leave someone you break up with like that for a certain period of time. For us, it had been 3 weeks, but before I started dating, 3 weeks before I started dating, I didn't date someone brand spanking shiny new. Maddie's dad had been a friend while I was in that relationship with him. A friend in which he should have been intimidated by. A friend in which, long story short, guys, like I said, our relationship was falling apart anyways. He had been ignoring me. He had been nonchalant about our relationship. He'd stopped wanting to come out to family events with my mom, so I felt I was losing him. And I made a friend. And it was strictly to help this person out and watch their kid. So I'd made a friend. And we had talked, and I even shared who this person was and that I had given this person my number and that I was going to be helping this person out while we were together. Do you think he gave a fuck? He didn't then. He didn't give a fuck. He was like, oh, that's nice. No, it's cool. You can have friends. I can have friends. I was like, really? So we're in a serious relationship and I can have male friends. And I can talk to them privately without you around. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, you're awfully trusting, bitch. Fine. You know, it gets to that point where if that's okay, I'll do just that. Now, I never cheated, never flirted, nothing. And when my relationship did end, I did tell Matthew's dad I wasn't ready for another relationship, but shit happened and he fell for me and I fell for him. It is what it is. He was definitely after me throughout everything. I know that Matthew's dad liked me even while I was with that person. I knew it because I'm a girl and I'm a pretty girl. I'm like, he obviously likes me. I'm not stupid. Of course. But I gave him my number anyways because I didn't give a fuck. But the point is, I already fucking knew. But, you know, as soon as that other situation dropped, I'm like, if you're going to leave me out here like this, then go ahead and leave me out here like this. Anyways, how dare he come to me after all that, right? And then tell me he missed me, loved me, wanted me back. And I'm like, it's late. It's too late. Anyways, this is predictable. Someone has to make a choice. Choose like I did, right? Choose whoever you feel you need to choose. But this Queen of Swords has a choice. And if she stays in a current situation, then to be fucking honest, she's just going to get what she always got. Thank you, Elizabeth, for that comment. So we have the shield. You are safe from harm. Strength and wisdom comes out. And seduction. Passion and romance await. I know this is so cliche, but I'm going to say it anyways. Sometimes unanswered prayers are some of life's best gifts. And sometimes tragic towers turn out to be blessings in disguise. And here's the cliche. Sometimes God's rejection is his protection. This Queen of Swords needs to learn that if there is a relationship ending for a motherfucking reason, take it. Learn something from it. Be more guarded. Look out for the red flags. Look out for yourself. And know that this is a blessing in disguise. The ending of this. Because, look, there's a serpent lurking. A sly and subtle approach is needed. The serpent. You know, someone's got to get out of this. Maybe sneakily, maybe quietly, but bad things happen, so better things can come together. We even have Golem in reverse here. A close friend acts on your behalf. In reverse, there's fake friends around you. There's fake friends. There's also someone very jealous, Medusa. Jealousy leads to downfall. Yeah. Something with a snake also. Maybe somebody was born in the year of the snake. I don't know. But the point is, for the Queen of Swords, this lover's terrible situation is a crash and a burn, and there's a fucking death, but it's a blessing. Because guess what? There's somebody else. Oh, shit. Now we're going to get to the good part. See, Steph doesn't always just do fucked up readings. I do fucked up readings with good endings. Let's do a fucked up reading with a good ending. Okay? Because there's a love. There's a love out there. All right? This is just one ending, okay? There's something good. If I would have hung on to that lying fuck who lied to me from the beginning about children, I would have never met Maddie's dad. I would have never had another exquisite love. I would never have had Maddie. Would never love myself the way I do. There's so many things that wouldn't have happened. So, and believe me, there's more love to come. I heard a message recently where it's like, A life partner and a love story are two different things. Your love story may be a beautiful, exquisite love story, but your life partner's story may not be the same. Sometimes we marry people and build a life with people with whom we don't love, with whom we didn't think we would love. Sometimes the greatest love stories are not the people you choose to spend your life with. If you read a love story and a marriage story, they're very different. So think about that. Think about, this may be an exquisite love story, but it may not be a marriage story. It may not be a life story. It was a moment in time, and it was a love story. And maybe there's more love stories to come. Maybe you've never had a real good love story, and a love story awaits. But listen, guys, if I never fucking left that other situation, I wouldn't have had some exquisite experiences. And my little Matthew. God, I'm so happy. I'm so, so happy about that tower. But I wasn't happy then. I was crying, I was drinking, I was upset, I was depressed. I felt so many bad things from that tower. Maddie's dad came in and loved me and healed me and made me think life is beautiful again, that real love is a thing, that romance is exquisite, that a connection can be had even after a broken love. I did not know that. I never thought I could love again. I was truly heartbroken multiple times, and I didn't ever want to have love again. He showed me that love goes on. And even after one love story ends, another one begins. I love him. I love him for that. God, I love him for that. I still love him for that. I love him so much for that. But I love him so much for Matthew. Matthew's I'd have to say almost my everything. Because he was so wanted. He was so wanted. When I found out about Matthew, I was like, fuck the world. I have a baby. My baby. I was just like, oh, I was crazy about him. Crazy about him. Still am. Okay, so the good shit. After the tower comes and breaks down this relationship, what is the love that comes in? Because there's something so good waiting. We have seduction and romance await. Okay, well, this does not want to be in reverse. It just spinned. So we have the Lover's card, the Two of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So follow your intuition. This is leading you towards something even better. This could be a Pisces. This could be a Gemini. Well, Gemini is actually very prominent. This is Gemini. This is Virgo and Gemini. Also Pisces. And this is Gemini. So they could have Virgo, Pisces, or Gemini in their chart, or maybe you do. But the balancing act. This is within 2 years. So within 2 years, you're going to get into another relationship. But it's about balancing out your life. Did you learn the lesson from this breakup? Did you change? Did you find balance in your life? Did you restore yourself from that relationship? If you did, you're manifesting something new coming in. Watch out that you don't have walls built up because of this ex relationship. Do not resist a new relationship coming in just because you're still hurt about the ex. So someone here is hurt about the ex in which the tower needed to fall, break it down and destroy it for the better. But if you're not careful, oh yeah, there's the fucking walls. Shit. 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands. I'm building fucking walls. Oh boy. Saying no to marriage. But here's the 4 of Wands that's manifesting and coming in. It takes longer than you think, but they're coming in. Wow. So there's an earth sign, most likely a Taurus, strong Taurus, very strong Taurus that's coming into your life. 2 of Cups, 2 of Wands. Could be a Virgo or a Capricorn. I guess we'll just keep it open, but I think it's a Taurus. I really do. I really think that if someone doesn't get over this fucking destructive tower, which was a disappointment, a letdown, a shock, a waste of time, it's 2 people that didn't align. Lies were told to keep that relationship under false pretenses. It wasn't meant to be. And when it crumbled, let it fucking fall, because there's something else out there. But again, there's just warnings here. Stop blocking it. You want to keep looking backwards and stay focused on that fucked up tower with that person, but you're creating your own walls. 4 of Wands, union, marriage, moving in together, having a home, building a life. 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups, making a choice. 2, Major High Priestess, 2, 2, 2. Someone's seeing 2, 2, 2 often, and that is leading towards a partnership. A very trusted, certain partnership that is long-lasting. This is a long-lasting marriage. 3 of Wands, you can expect this to come in. Your ships will come in. 3 of Cups. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. This is healing, recovery. This relationship is meant for you. Oh my God, there's your fucking 9 of Cups. You're going to have what you want with this next person. If you didn't have a baby with that fucking person because they didn't want one, it's not for them. It's not for you. There's somebody else you're meant to have a child with. 2 of Swords, you need to make up your fucking mind. Make the decision. Everyone can't have prizes. You can't fucking stay stuck on this ex when there's somebody new coming in. It doesn't fucking work this way. This person's new. They're coming in. They want an actual marriage, commitment, and relationship with you. They want to give you your dreams. They want to answer those prayers. You need to trust your intuition on this. You know you're being led away from that fucking other person. But if you're not fucking careful, you're going to build walls. And it's going to take longer. You have the Wizard. Use your skills to aid others. This is Virgo Gemini. Very prominent. Very prominent. I do feel Taurus, though, and Pisces. But listen, use your skills to manifest this in. Also, the Spirit is here. Unseen spirit. I can't fucking talk. Unseen forces watch over you. Again, God's rejection is his protection, so you're being guided. Be careful. Hindrance, fate has blocked this path for you. That fucking other shit is done. Stop looking back. It ended for a reason. Okay, I don't know. The stars are here guiding you also. A long journey brings rewards. You got the Oracle here. Seek wisdom and guidance from elders. Get wisdom and guidance from a tarot reader. An oracle and a tarot reader. Get some advice from this person. They're going to tell you what to do, honestly. Someone here is just not letting go. I'll never let go, Jack. I'll never let go. Well, that bitch did let go eventually. She married someone. She had kids. She had a life. It's time to meet the next person. Stop bullshitting. To the person that is, experienced an ending, there's somebody else. Really, really good. Your wish fulfillment. Don't fuck that up. Please don't fuck that up. Why? Look at me and Matthew. I am so happy. I love his dad. I'm not even looking for marriage or relationship right now. And believe me, it's finding me somehow. I am like rejecting love and marriage, and it is fucking chasing me down. I've got 3 or 4 people that want to fucking be with me. 2 that want to get married. All right? 2 that want to move in. I get DMs daily. And more than one picture in the DMs. And I am rejecting it, guys. I don't want it. I'm fine. I'm telling you, do not stay stuck looking in the past at what the fuck was gone. The minute you fucking stop looking back and you just accept what is, there's a lot of blessings coming towards you. New shit, right and left. A bunch of new shit just coming towards you. New relationships. But there's one especially. There's one especially that really would make you happy and really would want this beautiful connection. Markers, ooh, look at you, little player. 4 that want to own me. Oh, shit, markers. I kind of like that. Own me. Yes, own me. 2 want to stone me. What? 1 says she's a friend of mine. Interesting. Oh, you've just got love stories, boy. Love stories. Oh, indulge. Hey. I don't know. I'm a bad girl. Indulge. I had someone I just met last week ask me out for a coffee date last night. Ooh, HAK, girl, indulge. Okay. The oracle that came out, honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it's important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. Oh, you're a guy, but you're intrigued. I'm sorry. I'm a girl. I usually get asked out. So when someone says they get asked out for coffee, I automatically think they're a girl. My bad. You're not a girl, you're a guy. I'm not used to dating in this day and age. A lot of girls ask guys out, I guess. To be honest, I've never had to ask for a date. I am damn near 40 years old. Never once in my entire essence of breathing air have I ever had to ask for a date. Not once. Not even one time. So I can't understand the girls that do ask because I've never had to ask. I'm compounded with dates. So I guess I don't know